With Gmod's huge popularity across its over 15-year lifespan, as well as its constant support from modders and mappers alike, it's no secret that there is a ton of custom content and maps out there for the game. The community in that regard is arguably bigger than ever. So in the same vein as my last video about the oldest Garry's Mod map, I want to quickly take a look at the most popular Garry's Mod mappers over its lifespan, and what's made them the most popular, featuring the old, the new, and maybe ones that you've never heard of. So let's take a look. First off, let's take a look at the most accessible platform for maps, the Steam Workshop. With the Workshop, you can easily sort the maps section to find the most popular, but it's important to note that most popular refers to the highest rated and most subscribed refers to the amount that have been downloaded the most. Due to the fact that some of these maps were uploaded way back when the Workshop first launched, when people probably didn't know how to rate things, it's a bit of an inaccurate metric to determine popularity, so I'll be going with most subscribed maps for that reason. First, to nobody's surprise, we have the Canadian mapper Bigwig. Bigwig is responsible for the creation of maps such as GM Big City, GM Atomic, and GM Buttes, as well as its night version. Not only has he created Big City, which has solidified itself as a staple map at Gmod itself, but he also created two of the most recognizable maps featured on many Gmod servers and popular machinimas. Big City features many tall skyscrapers, a flat grassy plain for building, and different sectors of the city, each with their own distinct characteristics. Atomic, a wasteland hit by an atomic bomb with some remnants and rebuilt post-apocalyptic structures, is a creative and unique map with lots of possibilities for sandbox and exploration, not to mention the hidden Easter eggs. And Buttes, well, basically it's just an open desert with a hut. That kinda reminds me of Kenobi's hut on Tatooine from Star Wars. It's uncertain whether Bigwig still makes maps, but from what I can see, these seem to be the only maps that he has created, and since then, nothing else. Even though he only released 4 maps technically, they are some of the most popular and recognizable ones in Gmod altogether. Next, we have Blueberry Pie from the Netherlands, creator of the extremely popular GM Fork and GM Burius. Fork is an extremely popular sandbox and exploration map that pretty much any Gmod player, new or old, has seen before. A vast forest landscape with winding roads, a small city, and a coastline featuring a lighthouse. The map is massive, and I can imagine a ton of work went into its creation and optimization. Burius is similar to Fork in its large open landscape, except it's in a snowy environment instead, with a large underground facility to explore. Honestly, these are some of my favorite maps for Gmod, not only due to their creativity and sheer amount of work that probably went into them, but their focus on detail and exploration makes them a real treat to play and makes me really appreciate the work these mappers do. Blueberry Pie hasn't made any maps since Burius in 2018, but his profile does say that he is open to commission work. Suspiciously Awesome is a mapper from Germany, responsible for the creation of many popular maps for Gmod. GM Lair, GM Valley, GM Isles, the Floating Worlds series of maps, as well as many more. The most popular being GM Lair, an island map featuring beaches, large palm trees, and what seems to be a volcano until you venture inside to find a lair inside the hollowed rock mass. It's not a very large map all around, but it's creative and that's what makes it so great. GM Valley consists of a large dam and a winding road with some nearby structures, similar to Fork, but on a smaller scale. Isles, with a set of 4 islands, each with their own theme, makes a great map for base building. And then the Floating World series of maps, which I think are my personal favorite. The creative design of each of these really stands out and gives a sort of dystopian, apocalyptic vibe while still looking ethereal in a certain way. It's unclear if Suspiciously Awesome is still making Gmod maps, but upon doing some digging, I found out that he currently works as an environment artist at Ubisoft Berlin and has done some work on Far Cry 6. Well, that's all I got for now. These Gmod mappers and content creators have each contributed in their own way to the community as a whole, creating thousands of hours of fun and exploration for players to enjoy. But of course, there's more of them out there. Somewhere.